What's up, legends? Benchmark Bets is back, and today I've locked in 4 NBA picks. But that's not all. I'll go through some other plays I'm liking on today's NBA slate. So buckle up, I've done the homework. Let's hit these and stack these wins. Before we jump into today's picks, let's do a quick recap of yesterday's NBA slate. So we went 2-1 on the day. First play, we had Cat over 31.5 points and rebounds. Got it done early in the fourth quarter. Nice and easy cash. Love to see that. Then for the second play, we had Dylan Brooks over 20.5 points. Bit of a sweat in that one, but comes through for us in the fourth quarter. Cash is late. Then we had Daniel Gafford over 16.5 PRA. Suns couldn't miss in the first half, and he got into early foul trouble. Honestly, bad for me. I'll own that one. So for the month, we are up 6.21 units with a 79% win rate and a 41% ROI. And then for the season, we are up 2.42 units with a 57% win rate and a 4.25% ROI. If you didn't know, we offer a premium service starting from $7.99 per week. Link from premium and the Discord is in the description below. And as always, I use PropsMadness, the best tool out there for player prop analysis. If you want to try it out for yourself, there's a link in the description below that will get you a nice discount on your first purchase. So for the first pick, heading to the first game of the day between the Bucks and the Magic, and I'm going with KPJ over 31.5 PRA. It's over this line in 9 out of 11 games, averaging 35.5 PRA without Giannis in the lineup. He just played Orlando 2 days ago and dropped 39 PRA, and I don't see much changing here. The Magic all season have been struggling against high usage players and drivers, and players who can drive to the rim, and that's exactly what KPJ does. So without Giannis, he has a 27% usage rate. He is heavily restricted area scorer. Magic allow the 8th most amount of points in that area, and he also loves to score in the mid-range, where the Magic allow the most amount of points. Pretty simple read here. Love this spot to run it back. Then for the second pick, heading to the Hawks and Hornets game, and I'm going with Brandon Miller over 23.5 points. So for the season, he's only over this line in 14 out of 37 games, averaging 20.4 points per game. But here's the key. So Bridges and Diabate have both been ruled out for this game due to being suspended in their last game. So without Bridges in the lineup, and when he plays at least 30 minutes, he's over this line 100% of the time, averaging 33 points and a 35% usage rate. But since there's only a 1-game sample, I want to look at something a bit different. So let's take Bridges out. So when he plays with Ball, Nipple, and also Corkbrenner in the lineup, he's over this line only in 10 out of 25 games, averaging 20 points with a 28.4% usage rate. However, he should see a lot more usage here, especially being the main guy who can score in the paint without Bridges. He should definitely be able to take over there. So in the last 5 games, the Hawks have been they have the second fastest pace in the league. So when he versus teams that are very fast with the ball, he's over this line in 5 out of 6 games, averaging 25 points from a 26.2% usage rate and 17 field goals per game. Also, for the season, the Hawks are allowing the second most amount of pull-up shots, where Miller likes to score 33% of his shots from, and also the 5th most amount of shots within 10 feet of the basket, where Brandon Miller likes to shoot 7% of his shots from, and also the 9th most amount of three-pointers, where Miller likes to score 44% of his points from. So this matchup lines up perfectly for Miller here to go over 23.5 points. Then for the third pick, heading to the Wizards and the Cavs game, and I'm going with Jarrett Allen over 25.5 points and rebounds. So for the season, he's only averaging 22.7 points and rebounds, and is only over this line in 14 out of 42 games. But with Mobley out of the lineup, he is over this line in 6 out of 12 games, averaging 27.9 points and rebounds with a 21% usage rate and 11.5 field goals per game. And this is where it changes. So with Harden playing, we know that Harden likes to target big men, especially with Zubac on the Clippers. And as you can see from the last 2 games where Harden has been playing, Allen has been terrific, scoring 37 points and rebounds per game with a 21.5% usage rate and 14 field goals per game. So for the season, the Wizards have been struggling against big men. They allow the most amount of rebounds and the 5th most amount of points in the paint, where he scores 66% of his points from, and allowing the 2nd most amount of shots within 10 feet of the basket, where Allen shoots 94% of his shots from. They are also allowing the 3rd most amount of points and rebounds to his position. Sorry, not the 3rd most amount, the most amount of points and rebounds to his position. So Allen should have a nice dominant game inside today. And then before we go through the 4th pick, just like to say thank you to everyone who's been watching the videos lately. Really appreciate it. But if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. It helps this video get out to more people like you. And then for the 4th and final pick, heading to the Blazers and the Wolves game, and I'm going with Anthony Edwards over 27.5 points. So for the season, he's over this line in 26 out of 45 games, averaging 29.6 points. The Blazers struggle against pull-up shots, where Anthony Edwards shoots 44% of his points from, and also they struggle against pick-and-roll ball handlers, free throw guys, and also transition, where Edwards likes to score from, and also they struggle against the mid-range, where Anthony Edwards scores 14% of his points from. So he's expected to play between 31 and 41 minutes here. And when he's playing those games, he's over the line in 22 out of 36 games, averaging 30.3 points per game. Also, when he is versing weak pull-up defenses and his expected minutes, he's over this line in 8 out of 12 games, averaging 31.4 points. And also, when you change the filter from pull-up defense to pick-and-roll ball handler defense, he's over this line in 4 out of 6 games, averaging 34.8 points. He's already dropped 41 against them this season. Again, like in this spot for the 4th and final pick. That's pretty much it for all my main plays for today. But now let's look through some other plays that I'm liking. So heading to the Clippers and the Rockets game, and I'm running it back. I'm going with Kevin Durant over 24.5 points. So pretty much repeat matchup here. He scored 26 against them yesterday in 38 minutes. So the slight hesitation is that he might be rested a bit more here due to being playing a bit more than what he usually does. But the Clippers really don't have a defender for him, so I can see Durant scoring these points pretty easily, or he just falls off a wagon and just scores like 10 points. But I'm liking the upside here for Kevin Durant. Then for the next pick, heading to the Pistons and the Raptors game, and I'm going with Duncan Robinson for over 2.5 threes. So for the season, he's over this line in 32 out of 50 games, averaging 2.9 threes per game. The Raptors are allowing the 6th most amount of shots to spot up shooters, and that's where Duncan Robinson loves to score his 3-ball from. So over the last 5 games, the Raptors are allowing the 4th most amount of 3-pointers, and when he has a favorable matchup for 3-pointers, he's over this line in 9 out of 13 games, averaging 3.5 threes per game. Looking like a nice easy spot for Duncan Robinson here to go over 2.5 threes. Then for the next play that I'm liking, heading to the Nuggets and the Grizzlies game, and I'm going with Nikola Jokic for a triple-double. So Premium got this at a plus money play, but now it's moved to not even odds, so it's negative 150. I mean, still good. I'm still liking it, but just less odds. So for the season, the Grizzlies are allowing the... Actually, no, sorry, not for the season. Over the last 5 games, the Grizzlies are allowing the 7th most amount of points in the restricted area, and also the 7th most amount of points in the paint. They do allow the 6th most catch and shoot plays, and also the 5th most 3-point attempts, where Jokic loves to score from, pretty much. And also the 4th most amount of shots within 10 feet of the basket, where Jokic shoots 64% of his shots from. Not only that, for the assists, they're allowing the 4th most amount of assists over the last 5 games, and also the 13th most amount of rebounds over the last 5 games. This is pretty much due to the Grizzlies not having any bigs anymore in their team since they all got traded, and Jokic should have a field day against a 0 center Grizzlies. All we need is 10 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists, and this player cashes, and he's been averaging over that for the season. And then for the final play, heading to the 76ers and the Knicks game, and I'm going with Joel Embiid over 28.5 points. If he plays, if he doesn't play, then it's just a void, but if he does play, this matchup is looking very, very juicy for him. So the Knicks have been struggling to defend the mid-range for all season, where Embiid scores 29% of his points from. So if he plays his expected minutes, and when he versus teams that allow the mid-range, he's over the line in 5 out of 8 games, averaging 29.3 points. The only thing is if Embiid plays, they might just rest him and bring him back next week fully healthy. So that's pretty much it for my picks for today. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, smash that subscribe button if you haven't already, and also check out Premium in the description. Let's keep on stacking those units. Good luck with your bets, and I'll catch you in the next one. Laters.